Alright, we are getting started here with, what is this, top 16? Yeah, so Discord League Cup top 16. Joe from Cincinnati versus Evan E. Gibbs, Crab versus Phoenix. Hello to everyone in the chat. No cranes. Yep. No cranes today. These are both really good players, so it'll be interesting to see. What are you asking? What turn this is? I think we literally just started, if that was the question. So they're doing their mulligans right now. Oh, lack of crane, turn the stream off, yeah. Joe is going to be going second, that's always nice. Yeah, a lot of cranes in the chat. Let me take a quick look at the deck lists. So it looks like Joe is on, he's playing 3 copies of Yori, and we actually see him here, and no Casadas. There's a turn 1 Conjure District for Phoenix. That's potentially scary. And Crab sees 2 big Shugenja here, so the problem with Shugenja in the Phoenix matchup is that they can play against the waves on them. There's a holding in play for the Shrewd Yasuki, so you could play that if you want. Borderlands Defender is always a good card as well. Wow, a lot of Phoenix players have been playing 3 Hurricane Punch. I've actually been seeing more of that in Phoenix than in Dragon, since Phoenix already has some good monks that they can run. They were already running Shrine Maiden, Keeper Initiate. I think those are the only monks. Yeah, those are actually the only monks in this Phoenix deck. Ooh, wow. So Evan is just going to pass, and then we see Borderlands Defender 2 Fate. Interesting. Hurricane Punch is really good. Free 2 mil on its cycles. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a really strong card, and since Phoenix was already splashing Dragon, they can just slot that in. And wait, Hurricane Punch is only 1 influence? What? How did I not notice that? Why are they making Dragon cards 1 influence now? That's silly. Is Evan on Ancient Masters? No, he is not. He's on 3 Hurricane Punch, 3 Let Go, 2 Tattooed Wander. We see a Display of Power get added to the hand from that Shrine Maiden. Discards a couple of attachments. Ancient Master searches Kiho only. Yeah, I think Ancient Master is Kiho only. Can double check that. I mean, you're never going to play it as an attachment, right? You're playing it because it's a 1-1 with 2 glory conflict character, which is pretty good. Kiho or Tattoo card. So yeah, I would only pull the Kiho in this matchup. But yeah, Daidoji Eric saying, yeah, you mainly play it as a character. I don't think there's any situation currently where you would actually play it as an attachment. We see a couple of passes on the conflicts here. Yeah, 2 glory for 1 fate is basically what that card is. Gets you the Imperial Favor. Shrine Maiden's going to go for an attack, it looks like. Probably Okay, he's going void. Interesting. Finds manicured garden. Hello, Tristram Wolf. So manicured garden. Let's see. Like, I think you're happy with that as crab. Maybe you would want him to find meditations instead, or defend the wall, but getting that extra fate is always nice. See a defense with the Borderlands Defender. So I think what Joe is going to try and do here is just... Ooh, Finger of Jade on Shrine Maiden. Interesting. If Joe had an Assassinate, I think he would have played it as the first action, though. So this is military, so we're probably going to see some Hurricane Punches, actually. There's a Watch Commander. A bit of a mistake there. That should have actually been the first action instead of the Manicured Garden. And we do see a Hurricane Punch. Casada is out, yeah. No Casada in this deck, which is a little bit unfortunate in the Phoenix matchup. But it is what it is, I guess. There's a Let Go on the Watch Commander. Probably drew that from the Hurricane Punch, or he would have played it before the Hurricane Punch to prevent the honor loss. Crab still has Stronghold. 8 cards to 7. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about Casada being out still. Like, I'm definitely going to miss him, but I think it might be the right decision to just take Casada out for Yori. We see another Hurricane Punch. So Joe is going to need a card here. Let's see, he's only running 2 Way the Crab in this deck. What I was thinking was, like, you could play a Skirmisher and Way the Crab. Although Evan could just have another conflict character. You can't play Assassinate now. You can play Spreading the Darkness if you have it, I guess. Find Katana. Wait, no, he doesn't have Find Katana, never mind. It's gonna pass, yeah. So it looks like Evan will win this conflict. If I have a Haruma Skirmisher, I think I just play that to tie favor. Like maybe not even attack. I think he didn't want... Yeah, obviously... I mean, yeah, he didn't want a Watch Commander in the first place, obviously. If you don't have to use it, then it's probably better. But I feel like you should use it during that conflict because the Shrine Maiden military attack heavily implies that he's going to play some Hurricane Punches. So you might as well just play that. It's a bit interesting also that he didn't play the Finger of Jade before the conflict started. Poking with 1/1 to bait defenders is not uncommon. Yeah, but I mean the Borderlands Defender is going to stay alive with the Watch Commander unless it gets let go. Is anyone else buffering a lot? I hope not. Yeah, so plays the Skirmisher just to tie the favor. I like that. Phoenix does have a pretty big fate advantage here. Interesting. So Crab's first. He's going to buy a Shrewd Yasuki with 1 fate. I think... Let's see, how many assassinates does Evan have? No assassinates. So yeah, what you could actually do is just buy both of these Shrewd Yasukis. Discard Witch Hunter is so interesting. It always seemed like the best card in Crab Dynasty to me, but I don't play it. Yeah, so I think discarding Witch Hunter and Yori is mainly because he doesn't want to play Shugenja in the Phoenix matchup, because that leaves you kind of vulnerable to against the waves. Like if you try to play a big character like that and tower it up, they can just bow it. So in this specific matchup, I think that was the reason. Yeah, against the waves is... Yeah, so he does just play both of these Shrewd Yasukis, and then you don't even play the Vanguard Warrior, you just pass here. Because Evan does have Karmic Twist. So Evan has to either play a character and not get the passing fate, or just pass and deny the passing fate. Wonder what you do here. He's just gonna pass, yeah. So trying to build up that fate advantage still. Ooh, wow, Joe's gonna drop his bid to all the way to 1 now that he has these 2 Shrewd Yasukis in play. That's gonna give him some extra card draw, so he doesn't need to bid as high. Yeah, I mean, Yasuki is just like a really good card all around. Because he doesn't just draw you a card, he gives you filtered card draw. You look at the top 2 and you get to pick whichever one's better. So having 2 of these in play and knowing that there are no assassinates is going to be really nice. Even if there were assassinates, though, he has the Iron Mine in play. Yeah, I do like the 1 bid. I was thinking you definitely want to drop your bid here. I don't know if I would go all the way to 1. It kind of depends on what's in my hand. But yeah, it does put Evan all the way down to 5 honor, which means he's going to have trouble drawing a lot of cards for the rest of this game. Looks like we're going to see an attack with the Borderlands Defender. Let's see, what provinces is Phoenix running? Manicured, Upholding Authority, Meditations, Shameful Rally. So he's hoping to find Meditations. I wonder if... Okay, he's going at the Mia Mystic. Yeah, so we saw this in the Phoenix Mirror yesterday. Ooh, sending the Yusuki, actually. We saw this in the Phoenix Mirror yesterday, going at the province that has the Mia Mystic to try and blow that up. Yes, I do have links to the deck lists. I can post those in chat real quick. Oh, it looks like David already got it for me, thanks. Yep. Those are the deck lists. So, yeah, it's going to find Upholding Authority, Contesting the Firing. Interesting. Yeah, no problem. Streaming games is pretty fun. I like seeing all the different matchups, because when I'm playing, I'm usually just playing Crab. So I get to see, like, Crab versus whatever clan, but I don't get to see, like, Scorpion versus Crane as much, stuff like that. So that's fun. And then just watching really good players play as well. We see the display power used there. Gonna honor Prodigy. So Joe actually knew that that display power was in the hand. Interesting that he went for the firing anyway. There's a Finger of Jade on Prodigy. I kind of have to wonder what he's afraid of with these Finger of Jades. Ooh, Spyglass on Yasuki. That's good. Like, on the current board, I'm actually not sure what this Finger of Jade is doing. Finger of Jade does not protect against Way of the Crab, because Way of the Crab does not actually target the character. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure on the Finger of Jade. Ooh, there's a Let Go on Spyglass. Yeah, I mean, the Finger of Jade here is going to be sticking around for like 4 turns, since this Prodigy has a lot of fate on it. And he had plenty of fate anyway, so I guess it's not bad. It actually doesn't protect against Court Games either, because Court Games does not target the character before the effect initiates. Finger of Jade requires the ability that you're canceling to target the character before the effect, so that you can then cancel the effect. Yeah, so only the 2 assassinates, I think, but you can assassinate Prodigy, so putting a Finger of Jade on her is a bit strange at this point in time. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like a mistake to me. Oh yeah, Shameful Display, that's true, and Meditations. Yeah, so the province effects he will be able to cancel, I forgot about that. And Covert, that's true as well. Although, yeah, I think the only covert characters for Crab are the Skirmishers, and he does have Shuichi as well. Yeah, I think it was probably just for Shameful. Like, you probably just... I think you actually just let this Meditations happen. No, he's gonna Finger of Jade it. Okay. That's fine also. This is the Water Ring. Shrewd Yasuki already got used. So at some point you Stronghold here. Okay, we do see a Court Games to dishonor the Prodigy. That's pretty good. He has his own Court Games though. Yeah, Prodigy is a really annoying character. There's the Crab Stronghold and a Mountain Does Not Fall on the Shrewd Yasuki. Pretty good. Mountain Does Not Fall is probably one of Joe's favorite cards. He's really been advocating the 3 copies of that recently. Yeah, now it's time to Way of the Crab. That's what I was thinking as well. Although I think Evan probably has a conflict character, so he can probably just play that to stop the Way of the Crab. If he doesn't, then he might be in trouble, but we'll see. And I think... Okay, it looks like Joe is attacking. Why Shrewd Yasuki? Yeah, I was gonna mention that. He mounted Shrewd Yasuki instead of the Borderlands Defender because if Evan had more cards to play and actually won the conflict, then he could use the Water Ring to bow the Borderlands Defender. Whereas the Shrewd Yasuki, he can't because it has Fate. Gonna find Meditations. Contesting the Earth Ring. And we see a double defense. Water Ring can still bow Borderlands Defender because its opponent's card effects, and a ring effect is not a card effect. So yeah, you were correct there. Water Ring could bow it if Evan won. Playing around another court games, yeah, potentially with the double defend. Looks like he's still thinking about it though. I wonder if he has an Against the Waves in hand. If he has Against the Waves, you can just defend with both probably, and then unbow Prodigy and break something. Or Clarity, yeah, that's true. Yep, he does have a Clarity. And we're just going to see a pass. Ooh, Evan passes, so small mistake, but he actually forgot to use Meditations. And we will see the break here on Joe's Meditations, it looks like. Yeah, he just realized. Breaking Iron Mine is pretty good. Hopefully Joe has like a rebuild or a reprieve here. We see no defense and pass. The problem now is that this Conjo District is going to be turned on. So things might get a little bit tough here for Joe. Okay, so interesting. He plays the Feral Ningyo to stop the Way of the Crab. It looks like he didn't have any Shrine Maidens or Tattooed Wanderers, or I would have played them instead. Having to spend 4 Fate on this is a little bit unfortunate. We see a Let Go on the Reprieve. Was that the third Let Go? I think that is that's the third Let Go. That was an expensive save, yeah. Pretty expensive. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it if... Okay, another reprieve, nice. It's definitely worth it if Joe does have the Way of the Crab. I think I was kind of talking about that earlier today. Like, isn't he burning Let Go too quick? I don't think he's burning Let Go too quick. Like, all of his Let Goes have been... Let's see, what were they on? He used the first Let Go on the Watch Commander. I think that was the only one that it's worth it because he can attack twice. I think the first Let Go on the Watch Commander was probably the least worth it out of all of those, but still pretty worth it because it was on a 2-Fate Borderlands Defender, which was going to be sticking around for a long time. Then Spyglass, then Reprieve, yep. The Spyglass is definitely good. Playing Let Go on early Spyglass is always good because the longer that sticks around, the more card advantage it's just going to keep generating. So you want to get rid of those as fast as possible if you can. And then, of course, Reprieve. If he doesn't have another Reprieve there, then that means you're killing the Borderlands Defender, which is good. Hurts having to play Ningyo. Yeah, it definitely hurts having to play it. Not only because it won't recurse, but also because it costs a lot more fate than it's actually worth. Not a lot more, but you don't want to pay 3 fate for a blank 3/2 and not even get to use it on that turn, right? So he essentially paid 4 fate for a blank 3/2 with no fate on it, which feels pretty bad, but whatever you have to do to stop that Way of the Crab, I guess. Joe is going to get the passing fate here. Yeah, that's the thing is Crab just has so many good attachments that you can't let go everything. So he does have a Mia Mystic now though. So if Joe plays an attachment this turn, he will get to kill it. Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, I think Scholar with 1 is a good idea. Yeah, and that is what he does. So Crab is going to have to hold off this turn, which is going to be difficult. I think we'll probably see... So Joe does have a lot of fate. We might see a Mountain on the Borderlands Defender. He could have some more conflict characters. Potentially an Assassinate. Assassinating the Solemn Scholar would be good, with 1 fate on it. Or maybe the Mia Mystic even, if you want to play an attachment. If Phoenix gets the Earth Ring here, then you just can't attack, which is unfortunate. I think... Okay, he's actually going to go Water. That's fine. The Void Ring is definitely really tempting. I think if Joe has a conflict character, he'll do a Void Poke at Meditations. Yeah, looks like he's going to try and break this Iron Mine here. Yeah, so if you can hold off this turn, you're definitely in a good spot as Crab. You have a pretty big fate advantage. The problem is going to be that Phoenix might just break this Iron Mine this turn. You have to attack Void, I think, as Crab, so I would really hope that I had a conflict character if I were Joe. Defending with all the no fate characters, it looks like. And you have to use Yasuki first action here because of Kanjo. But yeah, Joe does also have a big fate advantage. It's always good. And Manicured Garden means he'll get another fate. Gonna defend with 6 and uses Shrewd Yasuki. This is political. Okay, let's see. Evan passes. He is winning. No keeper initiates. So Joe might actually be okay to just lose this. What you could do, maybe, is Vanguard Warrior, Borderlands Defender, and then play Mountain. But winning the conflict might just be better. We have an Ornate Fan on the Prodigy. If you could Talisman and go to Shameful, that would probably be good. Oh, no, you can't do that because of the Mystic, right? You could assassinate the Mystic and then do that. If he has those cards. Let's see. We see a Spyglass, interesting. Playing that just for the extra skill right now. And we see a pass. There's Mountain Does Not Fall. So he really wants Evan to spend some more cards here. Or maybe the Conjo District even. No clarity on Prodigy. Yeah, you don't need to do that because she's going to unbow. Talisman and Defend the Wall would be dangerous though, because then if Evan wins the conflict, then you don't get anything. I think you would have to Talisman to Shameful here. I think the Spyglass might be trying to bait out the Mia Mystic. There is another card. So you could use the Vanguard Warrior now, but then you risk losing the conflict. Phoenix would be up by 3. He could Conjure District to win, or to break, I mean. That's what I meant, is you risk the break happening, which you really don't want. We do see the Vanguard Warrior used. Yeah, I mean, I think this is more valuable anyway. Like, if he breaks this, just let him break it. Having the Borderlands Defender. If he Vanguards, yeah, so the Mia Mystic could get used to remove the Spyglass. I think that's exactly what Joe wants, though. He wants him to kill the Spyglass, and then he can play a better attachment, like a Talisman. He would also be happy with the Conjo District use, probably. Because then he won't have to worry about that later. Yeah, it's the Spyglass is definitely a bait, I think. There's a Cloud the Mind on Borderlands Defender. Ooh, so he's gonna Conjo. This is really big, actually. And I don't think... I guess you could play a Spreading the Darkness. Like, that would be crazy, but you could do it. Oh, he does it. Wow. So Conjo can still get this break here. That's why you need the secret captive audience tech? Yeah, yeah. So the reason he played Spreading the Darkness is, so it's a political conflict, so the military obviously doesn't do anything, but he makes it untargetable by opponents' card abilities. So the reason Cloud the Mind got played on Borderlands Defender is because Evan was planning on using Conjo District on her, which normally you can't do because her ability while she's defending. But now that she's clouded... Yeah, and going back to the captive audience tech, I think captive audience might actually see some play again soon in Crab. Just as a one-of. We'll see. There's a Shrine Maiden. Oh, wow. Big Shrine Maiden pool. Finds Karmic Twist, Clarity of Purpose, and Hurricane Punch. Wayfinder. So yeah, again, Joe really just wants him to waste his Conjo here. It's Amazing versus Clarity 2. Yeah, Evan really wants this province break. And Joe's Wayfinder found Shameful Display. I think that was under Conjo District based on those reactions. Ooh, there's a Supernatural Storm. Cloud the Mind on Prodigy. Oh, right. Yeah, so Doji David was saying that Captive Audience is good against Clarity of Purpose because since it makes it a military conflict, they still bow, since Clarity says you don't bow during political conflicts. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Yeah, Captive Audience is a really good card. It's a shame that it's 3 influence, though. Yep, so he is going to get the break. A bit unfortunate, but kind of just had to happen, I guess. I would still want to have another conflict character here as Joe. Maybe a skirmisher. Gonna see a pass, though. So if he had the talisman... Okay, so he's attacking with the Shrewd Yasuki. He's threatening now. He's going to force Evan to use this Conjo District, I guess. Although he could just defend with Oh, no, he has no Fate. Never mind. I was going to say Clarity, but... He lost that conflict by 7. Yeah, I mean, I still probably would have played Talisman, right, to save the Iron Mine. And then you're only losing by 3, so Shameful's still breaking, actually. That's... Yeah, so I don't know. This way he saves Shameful, I guess, for later. We are going to see a Void attack. You definitely want him to defend, actually, because that means the Voidering will be claimed no matter what, even if you don't have a conflict character. If he had Talisman, he would have played it after the Mia Mystic was popped. Yeah, I mean, you probably play it. He was saying after the Mystic was used. Yeah, if there is a Way of the Crab, and he manages to get this Void Ring off, that could potentially be pretty devastating. Yeah, the Mystic has been used. So what he's hoping for this conflict, I think, is Conjo use on the Yasuki and then having a conflict character. And he gets the Conjo. Even if you don't have a conflict character, though, you're fine, because the Solemn Scholar defended. So the Void Ring is going to get claimed, which means Evan won't get to use it. Even if he plays a conflict character, though, there's a Supernatural Storm, so probably not going to win the conflict anyway. So I think you're happy with that result. Maybe not happy, but could be worse. Yeah, this is how it feels sometimes against Phoenix. Like, you just can't win a conflict if they have the right cards. So I think he actually did have it in mind that Borderlands was clouded and intentionally used Conjure there, because if he wins Earth, the defender basically can't swing back. That's true as well. If you Conjure the Yasuki, then Joe doesn't get to use his ability. And then you also don't have to play like a Supernatural Storm to win the conflict. So I think it is worth it there. We see an air attack, though, it looks like, thinking about it. Wants to get some more honor back so he can keep drawing cards. Yeah, he is going to go air. Ooh, finds Shameful Display. A bit unfortunate for Evan there. Would have much rather found Defend the Wall. And I think we'll see Shameful first action. Yep, there it is. 4-4 now. So Joe knows where all the provinces are now. See a pass. It's maybe not the end of the world if you let him have this air ring. Yeah, so he's just gonna let him have the air ring there. So you could go into either Manicured or Upholding Authority. It looks like he is going to choose Manicured, since he saw that Shameful was under Conjo, I think. Oh no, Shameful is there. And Evan didn't have any way to ready his Prodigy. Oh yeah, so this is good. Ooh, and Evan forgot Mountain, it looks like. Yeah, so pretty unfortunate there. Joe is gonna... Oh, he has Assassinate. No way. Wow. That's really big. So I was kind of thinking, like, what if he's just been holding Assassinate this whole time? And he actually was. That's crazy. Or he just drew it off Spyglass. That's more likely. But yeah, even if you had Assassinate early, you would still wait to play it, I think, because you actually want Evan to claim that Void Ring. So that then he can't attack Void back. Yeah, so it is probably away the crab time here. Let's see it. Yep. And that is a really big swing. Evan does still have the Imperial favor with the Conjure District, so it's not completely over, obviously. But Joe is pretty far up on board now. You won a conflict, yep. Gonna discard... Ooh. So this is a fun flop here. Yeah, I don't think we've seen the Phoenix Stronghold. Yeah, we haven't, because there are no removed cards. So you play the Guardian with, what, 2 Fate maybe? Like, there's no Assassinate. You can just go 2 Fate, I guess. I don't know if you want to, but Yeah, it just goes one fate. That's fair. Um, let's see what Phoenix plays here. Tadaka seems pretty good. 7/7 for one, yeah. Fair and balanced. Tadaka seems pretty good, but that means you have no fate, which is pretty not good. So you could just play Uona and then do the dupe since you know Joe's gonna get the passing fate. Palace is really good, yeah, for sure. Uh, but if you just play Uona, then you risk the second assassinate being drawn. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Um, like obviously it could be better, but it's definitely not bad. Get passing fate. I think just if you had a better character than the Guardian, like maybe if one of the other favorable grounds was like a Vanguard Warrior or something, well then you don't get passing fate. Yeah, I don't know. Joe will just get Earthring, thus shutting Tadaka off. Yeah, that's true as well. Unless there's a display of power, I guess. Joe's going to go back down to one bid. He does have the Spyglass. Evan is going to have a lot of ways to bow characters this turn, though. If Joe has another Way of the Crab, this is going to be pain. Well, maybe not, because we see a Shrine Maiden. And yeah, so finds against the waves, which is pretty good. Maybe not on the current board, but once he plays Tadaka, it's pretty good. Discards Tattooed Wanderer and Feral Ningyo. I mean, he had the Shrine Maiden earlier that just drew him 3 cards, so like those are pretty positive this game. We're gonna see a poke attack with the firing here. I think this is good. By poking with the Shrewd Yasuki, you're kind of threatening like either you use Kanjo here or I'm gonna draw a card. So Evan has to make that choice. Actually, though, since you have the 2 favorable grounds, even if you send Yasuki home and bow him, he can still favorable ground in and use the ability later. So you're actually really happy. Ooh, Cloud the Mind on Heated Guardian, and that's gonna bow Yasuki. Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever seen a Cloud the Mind played on a Heated Guardian. Pretty wild. Oh wait, Hurricane Punch is air? How did I not realize that? So that synergizes with Willona too. Yeah, that's actually insane. Second assassination would be nice, yeah, for sure. Maybe I should play Phoenix instead of Dragon. Thought I was joking when I was talking about it? What was I saying? That you thought was a joke? I'm not sure. I never said it was bad. I mean, it's a good card even without that synergy. But yeah, it's kind of ironic how Phoenix has more monks than Dragon currently. Oh, that they ran it more than Dragon. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Monk deck will probably be coming around pretty soon here. Especially once they get Mitsu. Hurricane Punch with Mitsu is going to just be, and Void Punch also. It's going to be insane. Plus, Dragon happens to be the clan that has Let Go, so they can protect him from Cloud the Mind. Just Hurricane Punch and Cloud are the 2 air cards. Yeah, probably. Ancient Master may finally be played as an attachment. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think Hurricane Punch and Cloud the Mind. Neither of those cards can actually be recurred with the Stronghold, unfortunately. Ooh, Finger of Jade on Borderlands Defender. Nice. Personally, I kind of like running like 1x Benton's Touch, because that one you can reuse with your Stronghold whenever you need to. But, I don't know. Guess you don't really need that. We see a Hurricane Punch on Shrine Maiden. 6-4. Ooh, there's the Assassinate. Nice. Having an honor effect is nice in some matchups, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I mean, I think the problem with Benton's Touch is that it's not actually a good card unless you have Uona on the board. So, maybe not really worth running even at 1x. Yeah, Benton's. We see Crab Stronghold used. There's a Feral Ningyo. No character. Still no Keeper Initiates. I guess what Joe could do here is... no, you can't Favorable Ground Home because you don't want this to break. Joe can go air, and if no character, Evan will be at 2, yeah, 2 honor, yeah. That's true. If you're gonna take the loss here, you probably Favorable Grounds the Wayfinder in. I mean, you don't have to, I guess. Doesn't really matter. It's gonna get bowed either way, though. Yeah, we see a pass. It's unfortunate that you don't get the Water Ring here from Defend the Wall, but what can you do? So yeah, air, definitely choking that honor is pretty good. No keepers. If Joe had keepers, I would go earth. But with no keepers, air might be better. What Joe needs to not forget this turn is to move the... Wait, no. Shrudisuki got bowed by Uona, so he already got to use that ability. Unless he forgot. Nope, didn't forget. Yeah, so Evan probably passes here. Seeing all three Hurricane Punch. Yeah. Gonna see a pass. How many Shrine Maidens have been used? All three, and one Tattooed Wanderer as well. So there's only one conflict character that Evan can have here, and that would be the second Tattooed Wanderer. He only has two of those. Yeah, there's one in play, two in the discard pile. Ooh, we see a Finger of Jade on the Hida Guardian. That's pretty funny. Gonna prevent that Conjure District from sending him home. I mean, he does have one fate, so he's gonna get to keep that for next turn. Gonna go at Upholding Authority. I think that's kind of the only choice he has here. And yeah, contesting that air ring seems good. So hopefully Joe has a save here. I think if he doesn't have a reprieve or a rebuild in his hand, then he should actually go Earth. Maybe going at the Conjo district actually. So Conjo is Manicured Garden. That is going to give Evan another fate. Ooh, he's going to move Borderlands Defender in and draw a card off of the Spyglass. So I guess he... Okay, Conjure District will get used. Finger of Jade will cancel it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I guess he didn't want to go into Upholding Authority because he didn't want to risk something getting discarded. He will get that air ring. Let's see if there's a conflict character for Evan. He could have a Feral Ningyo now. I'm not sure. No, I think the third one just got shuffled back in, so he doesn't have that as far as I know. Yeah, so he will pass his conflict. We do see a reprieve, so that Borderlands Defender will survive to fight another turn. And that's going to be pretty tough to deal with. Joe is now getting the Imperial Favor, so Conjure District is going to not do anything, basically. In fact, I think you actually just discard Conjo. Because that Palace is going to be staying around. Yeah, turn 1 Borderlands Defender. Ooh, rebuild an Iron Mine as well. So he's going to save his Shrewd Yasuki. Or, I guess you could also save the Borderlands Defender with Iron Mine and then still have the reprieve. Although, I would have just saved the rebuild then. So that probably means he's going to be saving this Shrewd Yasuki here. And if Joe... So, something about Way of the Crab that I was talking about earlier. When you're playing as Crab, your opponent is actually the one who has to think about Way of the Crab a lot more than you do. Like, if Joe doesn't have a Way of the Crab in his hand, then he just doesn't care. But if he does have a Way of the Crab in hand, then Evan has to be careful not to play a big guy here. why not hold favor there instead of using Conjo? Well, Joe would have gotten the favor because he had the Imperial Palace. 4-1. So he would have gotten it either way. So he just went for the discard on the Finger of Jade. Let's see, what do we have? He loses favor to Palace, yeah. So I think Joe plays Kudaka and 9, 10, 11. Probably Kudaka. He could just play everyone here. Yeah, there's the third Uona. Running out of air cards, though. He's played all 3 of the punches and 2 Cloud the Mines. Yeah, only 1 air card left as far as I can tell. So you have to play one of your little guys. Maybe you just play Tsuki. Actually, you could play Tadaka because he would turn off Way of the Crab since it's in the discard pile. But you would have to be careful about it if Joe gets the Earth Ring. Or even if he's playing Clouds, right? Yeah. He could just Cloud Tadaka and then Way of the Crab him. If you don't play someone else. Now Joe forces Evan to air. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think either way this turn Joe is going to claim the air ring. Unless Evan can do anything about it. So Evan has 10 Fate. You could play Tadaka 2 Fate and then Suki no Fate, I guess. Yeah, I think he still has... Kudaka is probably a bad buy because against the waves he still has 3. Yeah, I believe he still has all 3 against the waves. However, I think you still buy Kudaka anyway. Because you have 13 Fate mainly. And also because... Little Maiden's punched me 3 times. If you claim the airing, you get a Fate in a card, which is really big. So, I think you just buy your whole board of Scrab here. We see Uono 1 Fate from Phoenix. Interesting. He could play Tadaka 2 Fate here and then pass. Nope, plays Tsuki 1 Fate. And then gonna pass after this, I imagine. So yeah, as Joe, I would just buy out my board. No Tadaka. Sad face. There's the Yasuki 2 Fate. And can I get it to... Yep, Kudaka 2 Fate as well. And they both bid 1. Yeah, so very large board on Crab's side here. It's hard to see a scenario where he does not get the airing this turn. But we'll see. Evan does have a 4-card advantage here, 8-4. Looking forward to this third cloud, yeah. The third cloud here would just be really annoying. It's going to go at Defend the Wall with the Water Ring. Obviously, you can't let him win this. Going at Defend the Wall is kind of a clever move there because if Joe wins on defense, then he's not going to get to resolve the ring. Not recurring a spell 4 times in a row is triggering me, yeah. We still have not seen the Phoenix Stronghold this game, which is pretty surprising. Yeah, I think going into... If you're going Water Ring, then you definitely go into defend the wall. And if you're attacking, then I think you almost definitely go Water here because it honors Tsuki, and if you manage to win, you get your Keeper. So I think that is probably correct. Shrewd Yasuki got used. Spyglass got used, so already up to 6 cards from 4. Pretty good. And we're just going to see passes there. So Joe will win. And he will not trigger defend the wall. Okay, so what do you do now? Uona can't bow Kudaka. Ooh, Skirmisher. Nice. If Evan does have the 3rd cloud here, that would be pretty annoying. But it might actually just not matter if Crab can win this air ring unopposed. Ooh, we see already there though, so looks like we won't be seeing that. Was thinking pass first conflict, so you have 2 bodies for defense. Yeah, I think claiming the Water Ring's better because it honors Tsuki. And then you can just against the waves to ready yourself. Seems fine. We're going to see the Skirmisher and the Guardian. So Skirmisher and Guardian loses to... Okay, yeah, he's actually switching to political here. Nope, back to military. I like Kudaka and Skirmisher. Guardian and Skirmisher just loses to the 3rd cloud. Unless you have, like... Spreading the Darkness, maybe? Yeah, against the waves does the same thing as just not attacking. And he has plenty of fate, so... Okay, he's actually going to go for a different ring here. That lets him go at Meditations as well, since he's only attacking with the Skirmisher. Political favor, so if Uona does defend, he'll need... Wow, he's really going back and forth a lot here. Yeah, just 2 honor to go. Switching back to political with the Guardian and the Shrewd Yasuki. Again, this is gonna lose to Cloud the Mind if Evan has it. Might want to discard Tadaka. Maybe. I don't think you care too much about discarding Tadaka. There are 3 in the deck and he's only seen 1, so could just flip another one. Yeah, it looks like he has decided on political air. Oh, political. He does have the political favor. That's good. Um, if we see a defense with Suki, though, the third Cloud the Mind could just win this for Evan. But we'll see. Joe has no fate. We have only seen one display of power out of two. Yeah, Joe does still have all three of his Cloud the Minds. That's true. Oh, wait, no, only two. Can't remember. Oh, that got used on a Prodigy and then it got mysticked. We do see a defense. So he has Kyuden Asawa. He can play the Supernatural Storm for +2 if he needs to. It's 4-4 currently. We see, ooh, yeah, he did have the Cloud the Mind, and he's going to play it on the Shrewd Yasuki to deny that card draw. I was thinking whether you play that on the Yasuki or Kudaka. We do see a Court Games, so Joe is going to force Evan to spend some more cards here, which is good. I don't think Joe can win, though. Well, I mean, it depends on what he has, I guess. He has no fate again, so how many fans have been used? Has he not used any fans? Yeah, so I guess he still has 3 fans. Yeah, I mean, there are only 8 cards left in deck, but only 6 in hand, so just as likely that it was in that bottom 8. Oh wow, he actually played Clarity of Purpose. Interesting. How many storms have been used? 1? Yeah, just 1, I guess. So he could have another storm. Nah, I mean, Joe's a nice guy. I think he's just, you know. Yeah, so still 2 storms left. Crabs are nice people for the most part. Oh, reference to Watch Commander, yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, that was basically the one way that Evan wins this conflict is he has the Cloud the Mind. He has a Court Games as well, so he is actually going to win that conflict. And he has 1 political attack left. It's going to pass his conflict opportunity, okay. Interesting. So now Joe just attacks with both of these guys, I guess. You go Void. Yeah, Joe is having fun for sure. Yeah, I think you go Void. Maybe Earth. Void seems better. Probably covert Suki, just 'cause she has more skill. Seems good. One thing I want to actually bring up is that we do know that Evan actually has a karmic twist in his hand. I think we might see that. So, I mean, the Shrewd Yasuki is clouded here, so it wouldn't be that worth it, I guess, to karmic twist. You could do it on the, I don't know. Oh, he's actually going Earth here, so this suggests to me that he does not have a save in his hand and he wants to try and draw one for Borderlands Defender. We're going to see Manicured Garden. Joe attacked earlier, didn't he? Ooh, there's Watch Commander. Can't remember what province Joe attacked at. Or no, did he pass his attack? What happened? He went at Manicured Garden earlier. Yeah, so Evan just forgot to use that. See a Bonsai get discarded. Putting it on the Clouded Guardian would be okay, the twist, yeah. Yeah, I guess you move it from the unclouded to the clouded one? Maybe? Because if you move it from the Yasuki, that's just one less skill, right? Because he's clouded as well. I don't know. I feel like maybe you just save the twist here. Still a little bit unsure why he didn't go Void. Again, probably looking for that save if I had to guess. It's an expensive, no honor loss assassination, but then it also saves one of their other characters, so yeah, not that good. That's a lot of Tadaka. And a Caillou Envoy as well. So Joe probably goes Witch Hunter, 2 Fate, pass. Yeah, he's gonna play Tadaka, no Fate, and then dupe. So Joe can just do this and then get the passing Fate. Yep, and then he can play the Adept of the Waves as well. So Evan is now out of air cards. So this Uona is just a blank 2- now. Yep, there's the Adept. Both bid 1. They are now tied at 5 cards apiece. If Joe has the Cloud, we'll probably see that come down on Tadaka. It would be pretty surprising if he doesn't have the Cloud, since he's only seen... Well, not that surprising. He's already seen one. There's a Spyglass on Kudaka. That's pretty good. Still no keepers, unfortunately. Ooh, and Joe is first player, so he's going to get to go ahead and take this Void Ring, which has 2 Fate on it. It's always good to get that Fate from the rings. Spyglass. So military void. It's actually sending a lot at this. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 after Guardian. So it's actually probably going to be a little bit difficult for Evan to even win this conflict. No against the waves on Kudaka. Yeah, he could do that. Maybe he didn't have one in his hand though. Yeah, Void I think is definitely better than Fire. So Void is actually better than Fire for two reasons. One is, yeah, he might have Way of the Crab, so he could Cloud Tadaka, Void the Adept, and then Way of the Crab. The other reason is that it actually denies Void from Evan, because that is the ring that Evan wants the most right now with this one Fate Kudaka on the board. So protecting your Kudaka from any potential Void ring is really big as well. So I think that is better than Fire here. We see Cloud the Mind played on Tadaka, still breaking. There's the pass. And this also just like makes the board state more favorable for him going into the next turn. Now that this Adept will die, it'll just be a clouded Tadaka against a bunch of characters. Saving this favorable ground is really good as well. He can now use that to move Kudaka back in to draw another card and get the Watch Commander turn back on. Technically, he could also use it for the Heated Guardian if he wants to give someone a little buff. There's the Covert. So we're going to see a water attack, it looks like. Maybe you Covert Witch Hunter and go military water. The favorable ground is probably just going to cancel this Covert though. It might actually just be better for Evan to go Fire. Yeah, this is a pretty long game. I agree with Joe. Been live for an hour and 24 minutes. Wow. Definitely a good game, though. I think if he goes water, you just move the Watch Commander in and take firing with Witch Hunter. Yeah, if time were called right now, Joe would be up 3 points because he has favor and more honor. So it wouldn't be an instant win. Yeah, Joe probably wins on tiebreaker. He has honor no matter what. 20 minutes ago, maybe not. Yeah, can't remember what the board state was like back 20 minutes ago. Yep, so here come the boys. Gonna Covert Witch Hunter, go water, military. So I think you just defend with the Yasuki and then move in the Witch Hunter. If he has Talisman here, that's great. You could move in Kudaka, I guess. Yeah, he is moving in Kudaka. So actually no defense. So he's just gonna, he's either gonna let this break or... Hmm. Oh, he's gonna ready her, okay. Interesting. Why didn't you just do that before the conflict, though? Yeah, if Evan plays a card, then the game basically ends. So it looks like he's not going to be able to get this break. Likely. I think if I have Talisman, I'm playing it here. He just drew a card off the Envoy as well. Ooh, we see Kudanasawa to bow Kudaka. That does mean he loses an honor. So Joe will be going for this air ring now. Or fire even. Well, yeah, I mean, fire doesn't instantly win you the game. It does give you 2 fate, but you do also have to keep in mind that Kudaka is active. So if he gets the air ring, he can draw a card and gain a fate. There's the keeper. Yeah, it's hard to say. Ooh, there's an against the waves to ready Tadaka. Yes, Tadaka is clouded. There's a watch commander on the Shrewd Yasuki. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think you just go air here. You just go all in air. It's 6 to 6 if Evan defends with everything, and he has a watch commander. So yeah, Evan passes. That's it. That is the game. Yep, 6 to 6. Can't play any cards. Plays Supernatural Storm. And that is going to be the game. Yeah, it was definitely a close game. Both of these players are really good at the game. So, yeah, but those watch commanders could have twisted off the Witch Hunter before attacking water. Ooh. That's a good call, actually, yeah. That would have been pretty good. Yeah, really good game there. Had fan, court games, and talisman, so I had +4. Just in case he needed it, yeah. Yeah, it would have been sick if he had used the twist. I think Joe could have still won this turn, though, if that happened. If Joe moves Kudaka into the conflict, then you can't play twist anymore. So if he plays twist before the conflict, I think you just move in the Witch Hunter instead. So Watering doesn't power her, and then you stand her with her ability later. I don't know, though, because she doesn't... Yeah, It's tough. You could have played a Watch Commander on her as well. But yeah, that means that Joe will advance to the top 8. I'm not 100% sure, but this might actually be the first time he's made it to top 8. So that's pretty cool if it's true. We have one crab already in the top 16 other than Joe. Yeah, it's too hard to predict. But yeah, they both played really well that game. Yeah, Jokingly is already in the top 16. And then we have QQ and S. Ruman, who are also in the top 32. So a lot of crabs left. Let's see. I guess they're going to be shuffling the bracket, so not sure what the matchups will be. Jokingly smashed me in our Season 8 game. Yeah, Jokingly is a really good player. Like, I would say, I think Jokingly might actually be the best crab player on the Discord. Like, Joe is really good too, but it's hard to say who is better. Alright, well, that's going to be it. It's definitely a good game. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.